So Am's ambitions. I like this. I like the thumbnails. I like the name. It's nice. Nice. 6 videos up. Okay. 71 subscribers. And that's a pretty good ratio, Jay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Already. Now, guys, what are we talking about when we say ratio? Just the simple fact to have 71 subscribers and 6 videos already, that's rare. You know,
Yeah. And look at the
typically,
views.
right. It's pretty
The views
good.
is real good compared to the number of subscribers.
I like this a lot, man. This is awesome. Right. And this is how you know that you have something good going. There's some things that he may even be possibly he could repeat and see if it can work again and again. But I love the direction that he's going in. I love the thumbnails. I love how simple they are. I remember you was talking about that in one of our meetings, Jay, in PDC. I think our last one, how the thumbnails don't have to be too much. How the thumbnails can have a couple words, and just describe a little bit of what the video is going to be about. It doesn't have to have everything on there. So I like that. I like that
Right.
it's simple. Yeah, man. Anything popping out to you? Anything that you see that you like?
No, I mean, I definitely like the fact that, he's been locked in. Looks like he started posting videos 2 months ago. Looks like he's been doing the first month, looked like 2 videos, and a month ago, 3. So, yeah, I would say everything looks good as far as staying consistent, putting out videos. Like, that's the first step because there's some people that don't even cross that threshold. I would
Right.
say if he was in PDC, the one thing that we would encourage him to do is to be able to release at least 1 video a week. So
Yeah.
that way you at least can up that total from last month to 4 going into this upcoming month. So that would be the main thing that I would say. But as far as the thumbnails, I would keep that same style where it looks like he's probably taking like a screenshot from the video and
Right.
then just adding some text. I like the fact that he's using yellow. Is something that will stand out when people are watching it. So I think that that's all good. Again, can you go back up? I think he had 71 subscribers.
Yep.
So yeah, with 71 subscribers, I mean, he's doing real good as far as how many views his videos are getting. So I would just double down on that. And this is the one thing that I would say, at least looking at the most recent 2 videos, is the fact that he has a topic that he's kind of leaning into, which is dealing with or struggling with temptation. So I would suggest that he continue to focus in on that and just double down on it. If you feel comfortable talking about that topic and talking about it over the period of multiple videos, because you already got 118 views, you got 25 views in 6 days, I would continue to keep talking about temptation over and over and over again until it shows me that it's not continuing to give me those same results or
Right.
better.
Right. Right. And it's even this, right? I know this one don't say temptation, but the struggling aspect, I think what he's doing very well is hitting home on where somebody may be at in their life. Kind of that
Yeah.
that pain point that we talk
Yeah.
about, right? And if you
I
could
can't
hit the
see that
pain,
one that well because of like the
oh my
chat.
bad. Right.
So like
Let,
if you
let me
if
zoom
you
in a
like
little bit too.
yeah. Because okay, there we
Right.
go. If you're struggling right now, yeah, watch this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
that's right in line with that. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And
So those
and one of
those
the
pain
things
points.
that we talk about is being specific. I'm not gonna, refute the fact that, that video got views, but
Right.
I would say like his most recent video, identify what is that specific struggle. And that's what
Mm,
he's done in the recent video. So I would say continue to do that. Like mention that the struggle is with temptation. And then you can get more descriptive instead of always using the word temptation. But what other ways does that show up?
right. Right. It's really that, bro. Because once you start to do that, it's like, all right, there's something here that as a creator, I'm able to make this type of content because people are aligned with it, they like it, and it's working. And that's what we're looking for here is kind of looking at what you already are creating. This goes to creators. When y'all start creating, you're looking at your content, you want to get an idea for kind of what you see working. This is what we do in PDC, right? Is what do I see working? What do I see that's actually resonating with people? Okay, I'm gonna do that again. It's like what I told y'all earlier with Give God. I said I saw something working within my thumbnails, and I said I'm gonna just keep that going no matter what, because this might be the element that people like. So you're looking for elements of your content that you can be able to possibly replicate and kind of niche down on, right? So I love that point, Jay, man. That's where it's at for real.
Yeah, and I mean your new thumbnails, like that new style is definitely fire. So I mean, that's the key thing is when you can
Yeah.
lock in on something that's working. I think most people have the tendency to want to go and find something new as opposed to just continuing to do the same thing over and over again. They think it may be repetitive, but I believe that if it's getting you the results, that's all that really matters.
Right, right. And that's the thing, right? Like a lot of people, they want to, like, what do you say to that creator, right? That's listening to us right now, but like, yo, I want to be creative. I want to break out and, try something new. I don't want to do what just keeps working, right? I think some people get bored with it. What do you say to that type of person where it's like, yo, I don't want to get bored with this. Like, what would you say to that?
Yeah. And this is gonna be funny. Maybe it'll rub some people the wrong way, but I'm gonna say it like this. That is only a problem when a person isn't monetized. And the reason why I say that is like once you get monetized, I'm gonna ask you, are you bored with making money? Because it's like if you keep doing something and it gets you views, that means it's making you money. So if one of my clients came to me like, I've never had this happen, be like, yo, Jay, I'm sick of making this type of video because it just keep getting so many views and it keep making me so much money, and I just want to do something different. Like that, nobody ever says that. It's just to your point though. They're like, yo, I want to do something different. I'm bored, but like we gonna keep doing that other thing that's working, and that's
Right.
where experiments come into play,
Yeah.
where we are multifaceted people, all of us. Even though you probably can't sit up and talk about one topic all day, every day. No, nobody wants to do that. Like, I'm not refuting that fact. Even myself, like, we all want to be creative and to expand the things that we're able to, or expand the way that we express ourselves online. But at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, if something is working, you have to continue doing that if you want to continue, in this case, making money, or if you're not yet monetized, if you want to continue to get closer and closer to getting to a point where your content can get monetized. So what I always do, and this always comes up with my clients, is, I want to do this. I know this is working, but I want to do this. I want to try this out. I always say 80-20 rule. As
Right.
long as you give me 80% of what is working, the other 20% you can go and do whatever you want. And then what I've seen happen, Malik, is oftentimes once the 80% is working, they try the 20%. They're like, man, that 20% thing, like it's not giving me the same results as the other thing. And I'm like,
Mm.
so then you have to ask yourself, I don't tell nobody what to do, but I'll say like,
Right.
so based on that, you got two options. You can either continue doing that, you can
Yeah.
experiment with something new, or you can just go back to doing what works and just doing more of it. Because
Right.
if you do more of what works, that means you're gonna make more money for all
Yeah.
of my monetized clients. So that's usually what happens is they end up saying, well, I want to do what is gonna make me more money. So they go back to doing that thing. It's
Right.
a cycle, man,
Yo, and I'll tell you this, bro, and this is kudos
Yeah.
to you, man. Just the fact that you're able to be patient, right? And it's like, yo, and I was telling them this earlier too, where like we have a member in our PDC, he hasn't started making content yet, but we know that it's coming, and we know that he's taking notes and learning, and when he's ready, he's gonna go up, right? And how
Yeah.
we have to be
Yep.
as coaches patient. So it's like, yo, just again, kudos to you for allowing that person to see, okay, all right, this is what Jay talking about is working, but
Yeah.
this what I'm talking about, it ain't working as much. So what we gonna
Yeah.
do now, right? It's like, hey, we gonna lock in. We gonna lock
And
in.
that's where you can, and it's always easier when you looking from the outside in, right? Like
Right.
we can see the things that, oh man, if they did that, they would be able to get that result that they want, but they're not ready to do that yet.
Mhm.
And that can be challenging. But what I've come to realize is that you got to let the data speak for itself. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to convince my clients. And this is something that I learned from one of my mentors is as a coach, I shouldn't have to convince you of what's working and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
I always go back to the data. Always. Like whenever my clients come to me and they like, yo, this is like, I tried this, but it's not making them. I like, what does the data say? Like, I'm
Yep.
not, especially if I already gave you my take and I say, I feel like you should do this or you should consider this, and they don't do it, then it's just like, what does the data say? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, that thing is giving you that result. That's giving you this result. And then all I do is give them options. I was like, based on that, you can either keep doing that and hope that something changes, or you can just do what you know works and do more of that.
Right. Exactly, man. Yo, that's what it is, bro. Spot on.
Yeah.
And this brother right here, just like what you just said, hopefully he continues to do more of what's working. And I like the fact that he picked long form. You know, I think we've mentioned that before. We don't, touch on it, too much, because he kind of picked that lane already. But I just like that he's doing that because, as we always say, long form is a nice way to get a little bit closer to that monetization goal, in a relatively, better. I don't know about if it's quicker, but I know it can be easier, believe it or not, than shorts. There's a method to each way, but the long form way is something that I think is still one of the best ways on YouTube to get monetized. So you picking the right way, bro. Keep going. And I love what I'm seeing. I just want to see him do more of it and stay consistent with it. Like Jay said, the consistency is where it's at, niching down and then doubling down on what's working with that temptation. And I think you'll be able to go from there, man. Jay?
Yeah. And one last thing that I would say is one of the things that I will share with my clients is test it for 20 videos, right? So in his case, that could be a long time. And that's assuming we get him to the point where he's doing at least one video a week, right? That will take you multiple months to be able to get to that 20. But the goal is to be able to have enough data to let you know what is or what isn't working, right?
Yeah.
So my suggestion to him is to be able to create 20 videos about struggling with temptation within a period that's doable for him, right? Like if you got the ability to do it faster, by all means, like, they say speed wins, but 20 videos, or at the very least, if you want to do a minimum number, 10. So we can at least look at, on a scale of 10 videos, how well did all of those videos on temptation perform, right? So within the next 3 months, if you do one per week, you should be able to be in a position where you've got 12 videos, and that'll give you more data to see, like, are you consistently able to get good views on your videos and it's growing?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But
I agree.
But yeah, just to sum it up, man, I mean, there's not really much to say with regards to him. If he was in PDC, we would be telling him the same thing, which is just get to posting at least once a week and see what happens once you have created, 10 to 20 videos all on the topic of struggling with temptation.
Exactly. Spot on, man. Spot on.
Yep.
Awesome. AM's ambitions, man. We wishing you the best, my brother.